right.
Hey, again, you're with Paul Pettifer
and Braylon Harris.
We're at the 1700 block of 2nd Avenue, where 2 weekends ago, violence took place and a killing happened. A boy-girl relationship went bad, and actually, the boy ended up dead. No one's been charged in that. There were 3 killings that weekend. Now 4 people are dead, and we're here to tell a different story. In this segment of the video, we're standing here where ashes lie to talk to you pastors, you church leaders, you fired up people about Jesus. And what we want to tell is that you got something to tell us. We just happen to have the camera today, so we want to hear your voice too. While we're in this conversation, hey, this is a study in resilience. The little camera we put up here is the little camera up here is resilient, and we bought one that you can drop, and the wind just blew it off my truck. Nevertheless, we continue. Hopefully, it's in the right spot. We're here to talk about what engagement looks like. The Teresa Schmidt came and interviewed Braylon and I. We didn't ask for that. A friend sent her over there when we were standing on Louisiana Avenue where another murder took place. And she asked us, what do you think we should do about it? And we said we need to transform the culture of our city. That love of overhead, levy of love is what's required. And what we're saying is that because God's love is alive, right, our whole city should be different. It should be obvious because there's Jesus followers and churches full of Jesus followers here, that they shouldn't have to come looking for God's love. God's love is coming looking for us, just like Jesus was sent by God. We didn't ask God for a Savior. He saw our terrible state, sent a Savior. And so, what do we want to tell the pastors today?
Pastors, all of those that are just excited and are beyond being a Jesus fan, but are really in love with Jesus and excited about Jesus and wanting to spread that throughout the community and throughout the world. I want to share with you today, and we have talked about this earlier over lunch, over breakfast, that it's okay to respond. We all honestly have a mandate to respond. For some reason, strange, unknown, mysterious reason, these opportunities have now availed themselves. But they're only opportunities if we take advantage of those opportunities. If we reach out and say, I am going to respond to that opportunity. If something stirs you, if something moves you, if for somehow, some way you're riding down the street and you have an idea of what a response, a Christian response, what Jesus would do, if you have an unction of what that looks like, make sure that you're responding. Make sure that you're connecting with people. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Connect with some people that may feel your idea, know your idea, be able to assist with your idea of how we can respond with the love of Jesus Christ in circumstances and situations like this. Great things can begin to happen when the church begins to respond. We're a boulder sitting on a cliff, Paul. We just got to get ourselves in motion. Potential energy has never done anything, but it's kinetic energy that's able to move things. You've got to get this thing moving. So what I would suggest to pastors, to leaders, to youth groups, mobilize, transfer that energy. Don't store it up as anger or frustration or disappointment or discouragement or depression. Don't store it up. Actually allow that energy to flow out of us. Allow that energy to become a movement. Allow that energy to be something that you speak about, that you share about. Share it with someone. Paul and myself, we got together this morning. We need to meet, man. We've got to talk. Started on yesterday. We've got to say something. We've got to come up with some ideas of how do we respond to this. So be encouraged to respond. Be motivated to respond. Understand that and I've shared it with many people. I shared it with Paul. You've got to give God something to bless. Give God something to bless. It doesn't matter what it is. Start with something. If God has given you something or a passion in your heart for it, I want you to know that Braylon Harris has said it's okay to respond. From the youngest to the oldest, it's okay to respond. You feel like reaching out and hugging somebody because it's hurting you? Reach out and hug somebody. You feel like going and give some kids some ice cream because some kids was hurt? That's okay. Respond to it and see when God bless our response.
Because God's love's alive inside of us, right, it should flow up, well out, and be obvious. So we're going to stop this part. We're going to come back in just a second, and we're going to brainstorm some practical ideas. You've got some too. We want to hear yours. Right back.